Welcome back to Soda City Live, everyone. Our next guest has put South Carolina on the map in the world of fashion. He's designed pieces and styled for some of the biggest names known around the globe. Vice President Kamala Harris, former First Lady Michelle Obama, Rihanna, J-Lo, and Beyonce. Does it get bigger than that? Now you'll have a chance to own his pieces as well, as the Sergio Hudson collection will be released in select Targets across the nation this weekend. And everyone, please welcome to the show, Sergio Hudson. Sergio, so glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
One thing that we love about you, again, you have did South Carolina so much justice with your success. You're actually from Ridgeway, South Carolina.
Yes.
Born and raised there. Talk about how you got into the world of fashion, and did it start there at home?
It definitely started at home. My sister was a model, and my mother was a tailor and just all around fashionista. So they were always fashion magazines and pictures of models everywhere because, you know, that was just how I was raised. So I really didn't have another choice but to be interested in fashion.
At what age did you realize the power that you had when you touched that fabric and the scissors and the sewing machine? When did you realize, I got it?
Well, I was probably about 5 or 6 when I started like picking out my mom and my sister's clothing. They would like my sister would always have like fashion shows, and my mom would like make clothes for it, and I'd be like, use this fabric, don't use that fabric, wear these shoes, don't wear these shoes. It was kind of like, it's just always, it was kind of always inside of me.
Yeah.
And I really never had a choice. That's how I felt.
Yeah, and then in 2013, you were on Bravo's, one of their fashion shows, and you won. Tell us about that.
I was on Rihanna's Style to Rock. It was, actually we started recording for the Style Network, which got sold in the middle of the show, and then we were launched on Bravo. I was actually an alternate contestant. They sent me home after casting, and then they brought me back, and I ended up winning the show.
Oh my goodness. And so that just helped launch to and really reach into the talent that everyone back home always knew that you had.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great opportunity, but it was still an uphill battle from there, for sure.
Yes, well, you are doing amazing things since then. Talk about some of your fashion inspiration. I know you mentioned your mom and your sister, but what designers out there are you motivated by?
Growing up, it was always Gianni Versace and Terry Mugler, all those type of great designers, Azadine Alaya. Those were my, like, I called them my patron saints because I like actually took them on as family members, and they inspired me to, you know, be and dream to be what I am now. So I definitely, just looking at them made me want to be a designer.
And Sergio, I want to bring up Beyonce's picture. This was posted on Instagram just a few days ago. You designed this piece for her. This is not the first time you've styled Beyonce. Just to give people an idea of what you do, has it really hit you yet? I'm living out my dream. I'm styling Beyonce. Also, we want to pull up First Lady Michelle Obama, former First Lady there, and show her outfit as well. You styled her for the inauguration. And when did it hit you? Does it ever hit you that that's you out there that everyone's seeing?
You know, you have those moments. Like, I remember Inauguration Day. I was just, you know, going. I was leaving Washington, D.C. because we had dressed the vice president for the night event, and I was leaving Washington, D.C. to go to Atlanta for a shoot. And so I was just working, and I stopped in the airport. I saw her with everybody else, and it was a moment. I was like, oh, I'm really doing this. Like, I have those moments, but it's so busy, and I'm going, and I have an end goal in mind. So I never really stopped to be like, okay, I made it, or I've done this, or I've done that. But there definitely are moments that you get it. Like when I saw the first pictures from the Target collection, I was like, wow, I'm going to be in Target. That's crazy.
Yes, I know. And speaking of Target, we're showing some of those beautiful pieces right now. You talked about you're just like, wow, that's crazy that I'm in Target. But now people can feel like they're Beyonce and VP Kamala Harris and Michelle Obama because they'll be able to own these pieces. How would you describe what we're looking at as far as a collection?
Well, what we tried to do with the Target collection, because of course my main collection is a luxury collection, you know, sold in luxury stores, and to be completely honest, everybody can't afford those type of clothing. They're investment pieces. They're, you know, they sit next to your Versace's, your Givenchy, and those type of brands, and everybody just can't afford that, and there's nothing wrong with that. So when Target approached us about this opportunity, I took it as being able to give something back to those people who've always supported me, but couldn't really support me financially because, you know, everybody can't spend $1,000 on a shirt.
Right.
So I took it as an opportunity to give something back to those people, you know, especially my people I grew up with. A lot of them can't, you know, afford my clothes. So that was the honor of doing the Target collection.
And I love it. When I look at your work, even with the Target pieces and with the celebrities, I think unforgettable. I think statement pieces. How would you describe your work?
Definitely well spoken. Especially with that Target collection, I wanted to take elements from my main collection and bring them to the Target collection, because just because people don't have a lot of money doesn't mean they don't have style and they don't want to look good. So I did the best that I could to give the Sergio Hudson feeling into every piece of that collection.
I love it. And Sergio, I have to mention this for our viewers. One thing I've been admiring you from afar for years, you have still used folks right here from South Carolina. I want to pull up a throwback picture that I got from one of your friends from back here at home, Richard the stylist, as well as Morgan Stovers. Here are some old pictures of you working with them. How important is it for you to still be able to utilize the people that were with you from the beginning?
It's so much talent here, you know, and a lot of people will never leave South Carolina. And, you know, but I tell people all the time, you're from South Carolina, but that doesn't mean that you don't have the same amount or more talent than somebody that's in LA or New York. I still fly Richard out to do shoots for me. Morgan lives in LA, so I use her all the time. And it's like, you know, you're better than most of the people that I have in New York or LA that could do this. So it's nothing for me to reach back, and talent is universal. It doesn't have an area that it's in. It's not more talent in LA, it's just more people there from other places that are talented. So
you're a prime example of that, all the way from Ridgeway, South Carolina. And before we run, I want to show you a clip from just a few weeks ago when we learned that you would be releasing your collection in Target. So if we can play that, Sierra.
And did you ask him to come on Soda City Live?
I have literally been trying to interview him for a couple of years, and I don't think he's seen my Facebook messages yet. So if anyone knows Sergio Hudson, please tell him that we would love to have him here
Tell him that
at
Halle
WIS.
Berry look-alike would like to talk to him.
So we were on the show talking about it, and we were like, Sergio Hudson, if you are out there, we would love to have you on Soda City Live. That was just maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago. And here you are.
Speak those things.
Yes, speak it into existence. So thank you so much, Sergio, for coming on the show. Other than your Target collection, do you have anything else that you're working on that you can spill the beans on now?
Oh, you know I can't.
Come on, give us
But I will be at the Target at 8 a.m. on Two Notch Road here. So if you want to come out and get your pieces, I'll be there. I'm going to help people pick out pieces.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'm leaving Two Notch and I'm going to Garner's Ferry Road at around 11.
What day would that be on?
Sunday.
This Sunday, you can meet Sergio Hudson. He could style you, y'all. We got to get right for our Instagram pictures. So make sure you come out and see Sergio, select him, or support him rather, as a South Carolina native, as a black designer doing luxury designs. Thank you so much, Sergio. And we are looking forward to seeing you back here again. Congratulations on all your success. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but before we go, up next, we're going to hear details about an upcoming 5K walk and run. And make sure you stay tuned to Soda City.